What it do, YouTube world? It's your boy Darren. I'm back at y'all today with another video. Hope y'all having a good day, cause I am. Um, but today I got a video about Marvel for y'all. Coming from Comicbook Cast on YouTube. He's one of the guys I watch frequently for Marvel news and everything that's going on around, around with the any type of news with comic books. I'm always checking him out. So big shout out to him for this. But I'm gonna react to what he's talking about on how will Marvel Studios deal with Kang. I wanted to know how they was gonna do that since they got Robert Downey Jr. coming in now as a Victor Von Doom version of him. So I'm wondering what they're gonna do with Kang now, because I did like Jonathan Majors as Kang. He did, he did a good job at Kang in Ant-Man Quantumania. I was sad to see him let go like that. But politics when it comes to media and entertainment and stuff. So, but big shout outs to him. He's still doing his thing also. But we're gonna get into this video here and see what he's talking about. Comic Book Cast. All right.
Fans. So let's talk about how does Marvel Studios deal with the lack of Kang and what do they do with him. Marvel Studios is kind of fortunate with the whole Kang situation because nobody watched Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania, so it's not like anybody knows what happens to Kang in that film.
I'm sorry, I watched it. I know what happens to him, but a lot of the majority of people that don't follow with Marvel probably don't know what's gonna happen to him. But I did. I followed what happened.
Film and the ending scene with the Council of Kangs. So they're kind of lucky in that way because, yes, they were setting up Kang as a major threat, but also he hasn't appeared in like a major post-credit scene or something as big as an Avengers film like Thanos, where suddenly your back is against the wall. So
that is true. Yeah, you haven't seen Kang pop up at all, and you don't know what's gonna happen now that they erasing him out. So I don't know.
All things considered, the Kang problem is a problem, but it's not really as big of a problem as, let's say, if they got to Age of Ultron, and we already had multiple little teases, including Guardians teasing Thanos and him having a giant overarching thing, and then suddenly they got to drop Thanos. Well, the next Avengers film is going to be in some real trouble. They don't really got that with Kang. So how will Marvel Studios deal with Kang? That's the question everybody wants to know. I've been asked it multiple times. How do I think they're going to deal with it? And honestly,
I want to know too.
There's a simple out for them. And a part of this, before I get to it, is the fact that Kang made a bigger splash and was more interesting on the TV side of things with Loki.
That is true.
On the other side,
he was
films,
bigger in Loki.
One appearance. So again, they're kind of safe in terms of stopping the whole Kang is the villain going forward. And now they legit got an easy way out of this. And here's how I think they will do it. Loki is sitting on the throne. He is looking all over every single timeline, keeping them all going, and none of them are being pruned unless they got an anchor being. But that's not important here, and obviously they can still be saved, as we saw in Deadpool and Wolverine.
That is true.
So the simple out, and this is just how I think they will do it, is you're going to give us a quick exposition. When Ant-Man shows up to warn everybody about Kang, being like, guys, you're not going to believe it. This guy called Kang, he's coming. He said if I defeat him, something worse is coming. I really feel that way. This is where, when Loki comes back into the picture,
I feel him exactly what he's saying on that. That's exactly what I was thinking too. I was thinking he's gonna have like a minor exposition, and they're just gonna explain a little thing about him. They're not gonna show his face or anything like that on the screen. They're just gonna say a little explanation about it, and Ant-Man's just gonna warn them, which I think is the cheap way out to me. I mean, I don't like it like that. Just have a little. I would say have a little scene with them, and then kill him off. Like that's what I think.
With the TVA, and they will be back in the picture in at least Secret Wars, but maybe even Doomsday. This is where we get the revelation of God King Loki, king of the multiverse, and they just tell us, hey, Scott, yeah, I know you guys saw some stuff and this Kang problem. Once Loki won, he just started to get rid of all of them because they were a problem. But there has to be one left, and this one Kang, don't worry, he's on our side. Or she. And that's where you enter the whole, well, hey, maybe, just maybe, we introduce Iron Lad, or maybe it's Ironheart, because that's been a popular theory that she might be a variant of Kang in the MCU. And if you don't want any of that because you find it too confusing,
maybe.
guess what? You have Doctor Doom. When he shows up, somebody like Scott brings up Kang, being like, this isn't the guy I was worried about. And he's like, that guy? That jobber? Yeah, I took care of him on my Conquest of the Multiverse. Enter the Age of Doom. Done. Because again, people haven't seen Kang in multiple projects and he hasn't been built up. So Diao is a quick exposition dump and move along. And I think a lot of people were overcomplicating it, looking at Marvel Studios to try to go in there and make a whole film about the death of Kang. They don't need to. They can simplify it. And you know how I know this? Because they were able to explain the simplicity of the anchor being in Deadpool and Wolverine in less than 30 seconds.
That is true.
So it's very doable with talented writers and talented directors, which they got.
I do like what he got to say on that one. I mean, I just hope that the writing is good for the Avengers movie. Hopefully they write it. I got faith in the Russos. I got faith. You know, they can pull it off, and hopefully they find good writers to actually help. You know, with the movie also. But I'm looking forward to seeing what's gonna happen. I miss they're not gonna do Kang. You know, he was a good character. Jonathan Majors did play him good in the movie and in Loki also. He was a standout in Loki and standout in Quantumania also. I just want to see what's going to happen. I mean, still got 2 more years to see what they're going to do. Hopefully they can correct a lot of things. You know, I still got faith in Marvel. You know, I'm a big Marvel fan, so I got faith in them. So hopefully they can do it. But that's it for me today. If y'all like it, I love it. Hit that notification bell, like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. I'll check y'all later. Peace.